Hi everyone. This is a quick review of what you have to do for week 4. I posted an announcement in the classroom and it basically lists 3 items that you have to complete. The first one being creating a weekly schedule using tables, which is worth 20 points. There's a pause and practice, just like week 3, which is worth 50 points, and then your quiz is worth 10 points. With the announcement this week, just because I put in a couple of graphics, I just created this link. So just make sure you click on it. It'll download it to your computer, and then you can open it up, and basically it'll review what we have to do this week. But let me go back into the classroom. Make sure you go for the creation of a weekly schedule. Make sure you go into the assignments. The first thing you should do for each assignment in this course is look at the rubrics. So once you have the rubric, then you know exactly what you need to do. So this PDF file will give you directions in terms of the details of the assignment, and you can follow it. But also, the way I'm going to grade it is by looking at the rubric. So if you click on the assignment and just say view rubric, so I'm going to make sure you've got your document name properly. I'm going to check that your margins are set to narrow, your orientation to landscape. Make sure you've got 8 columns and at least 15 rows. I'll show you an example in a sec. Merging of cells used within table, including top row, so your top row has to be merged. Let me open up an example now so we can. Victoria did a good job with it, and this is what they mean by merging. So it's just one row. Heading correct, term and year. Right, so the term is spring summer. For this video it might be different when you're watching it, and then 2016. Then items added to schedule along with fill, coloring, and merging of cells. Alright, so as long as you kind of come up with a schedule, it doesn't have to be as detailed as this, but as long as it has items in it, that's perfect. Times are included on schedule and listed either by hour or half hour. And so Victoria decided to do it by half hour, which is totally fine. And then make sure you take this, which is going to be a Word document, and make sure when you submit it, so let me get out of this. So you're going to submit it through here, so you could say, here is my assignment, but make sure you attach that schedule. And you should see it here. And then you can submit the assignment. Alright, so that assignment is the first one you've got this week. And then for the pause and practice, remember last week, it's going to be the same from here on in. Each week you're going to be importing. So you have to go into learning modules and then go into the week that we're in. So here it's module 4. And then it is this file. So the first assignment to do will always be save this file to your computer, then merge chapter 4 into Microsoft Word section. Okay, so what it wants you to do, and I'll show you an example. I think Victoria's done it. So in the Microsoft Word, right, in the page itself, so last week you had chapter 3, okay, and you completed chapter 3. Well, this week you're going to be doing chapter 4. So the first one will have you open up, it'll have you do a header and adding the date at the bottom. Make sure you save it and then close it out. It'll be part of your page. Here it'll be just using thesaurus to change vehicle, and so Victoria did that. Victoria is having some issues with the translation, but really you should be highlighting it, right-click, say translate, and then you just make sure you translate it to Spanish. And then insert it, and that should do it. And then make sure you save it. Then you can close that out, go to practice 4, which is they want you to download a Word template. It could be anything, so this works. Then number 5 practice is opening up an intro page, kind of you'll see it'll have the Word document of your intro and then turning it into a PDF file. So here it says, now that you've exported your intro page as both Word document and PDF, which method do you prefer? Okay, so you can start a new box here and say, I prefer, and just go on and see which one you prefer. So you export a Word document and then you attach a PDF file to it and then explain in the box. Victoria hasn't done that yet, and just explain in the box which one you prefer, pros and cons. And then 6 is open a Word document, so send and print the template. So here Victoria and you can pick whatever one, but here is what it should look like. It won't be the exact template because you'll probably choose another one. And then pause and practice of the last one is should have a YouTube video attached to it where I can click on it and it should start working. Alright, so and that now once you're done the chapter 4 now, remember keep your cursor in the chapter 4 somewhere, and then you can go file and you want to export it. Now some of you are exporting it as like a PDF file or a Word document. I mean, all they want you to do is export it as a one file, meaning a OneNote file. So just export it, save it somewhere on your, and so and give it the proper name that they tell you to use. I'm just going to type it as my name here for now. And then that it's in that file, and they want you to upload that file afterwards. Right? So you'll go back to assignments, then look for the pause and practice for week 4. Click on it. Again, look at the rubric again. Make sure you're hitting all the points because you can't go wrong. So here, it's just to realize you need 7 tasks. So I'm going to be looking at these if you have all 7. But make sure you always, Chapter 4 is merged correctly in the Microsoft Word section, meaning the Microsoft Word section, not OneNote or OneDrive. It's got to be Chapter 4 in here. Okay, and then at the bottom it says package section rename Microsoft Word Chapter 4 and then your full name. So you can even copy that and just change student name to your name and you'll be fine. And then correct section packaged and uploaded to Blackboard. So here, here is my pause and practice, and then just browse your computer and find it. I didn't name it correctly, but you get the idea of that. And now you can submit it. Okay, and every week for the quizzes and exams, you're always going into the quiz area, and then going down to week 4 and starting it. All right, so that basically covers the week. So as long as you're doing these 3 components, right, you've got 80 points. You're eligible for 80 points this week. We're not doing anything in our shared notebook, but you should have access to their shared notebook. Because we did the introduction, we've done the dream job, area. So now, but there's going to be nothing for chapter 4 at this point. We will have something next week. All right, so you don't really have to worry about the shared folder this week, but you should have the pause and practice in here. And then the scheduler. All right, so if you've got any questions along the way, just let me know. And the best way to reach me is through email, and I usually will respond within 24 hours. All right, take care.